The Han Dynasty and the Silk Road. Over 2,000 years ago, a new dynasty rose in China, the Han Dynasty. It was a time when China grew into a true empire, strong in politics, culture, economy, and military power. But perhaps its greatest legacy was opening the door to the world through the Silk Road. 1. The rise of the Han Dynasty. In 206 BCE, after the fall of the Qin dynasty, chaos spread across the land. But from this chaos emerged a new leader, Liu Bang, later known as Emperor Gaozu, the founder of the Han. Unlike the harsh Qin rulers, the Han emperors ruled with a balance of law and benevolence. They reduced heavy taxes, eased punishments, and rebuilt the economy. The people weary from war began to prosper again. This laid the foundation for one of the most influential dynasties in world history. 2. Government and society. The Han perfected the imperial system. They created a strong, centralized bureaucracy, but also introduced a new idea, meritocracy. Officials were chosen not only by birth, but by their knowledge and ability. This gave rise to the imperial examination system, a tradition that lasted for centuries. Philosophy also flourished. Confucianism became the state ideology, shaping morality, law, and education. In the Han world, loyalty to family and emperor went hand in hand. Society was vibrant. Farmers formed the backbone of the economy. Artisans and merchants thrived in growing markets. Scholars debated ideas, while poets and historians recorded the glory of the age. 3. Expansion and military power. The Han Dynasty was not only about stability, but also expansion. To the north, the empire fought the powerful Xiongnu nomads who raided Chinese borders. The Han armies, led by generals like Wei Qing and Huo Kubing, pushed the frontier outward, securing lands. To the west, under Emperor Wu of Han China, reached Central Asia. These campaigns opened new routes for trade and cultural exchange, the birth of the Silk Road. 4. The Silk Road, China's gateway to the world. The Silk Road was not a single road, but a vast network of trade routes connecting east and west. From the capital, Chang'an caravans carried silk, jade, lacquerware, and porcelain. In return, they brought horses, glass wool, and spices from faraway lands. It was more than trade, it was cultural exchange. Buddhism traveled into China along these roads, changing Chinese spirituality forever. New music, art, and ideas flowed across deserts and mountains. The Han Dynasty became part of a global world, centuries before globalization. 5. Daily life in the Han Dynasty. For ordinary people, life under the Han was dynamic. Farmers grew millet, rice, and wheat with improved tools. Silk production became a state secret guarded carefully. Markets in towns bustled with merchants, storytellers, and entertainers. In homes, families honored ancestors, taught Confucian values, and celebrated festivals. Science advanced too. Paper was invented during the Han, revolutionizing learning. Astronomers mapped the stars. Doctors wrote early medical texts, still influential today. 6. Achievements and legacy. The Han Dynasty lasted over 400 years. It gave its name to the Han people, the majority ethnic group of China today. Its government, culture, and inventions shaped not only China, but also much of East Asia. The legacy of the Silk Road lived on for centuries, linking civilizations and shaping world history. Through war trade, philosophy, and art, the Han Dynasty became one of humanity's great civilizations. 7. Conclusion. The Age of the Han. The story of the Han is one of endurance, brilliance, and connection. From Liu Bang's humble rise to Emperor Wu's grand conquests, the dynasty marked a golden age. It was not without struggles, but its achievements echo across time. The Han showed the world that China was not an isolated land, but a civilization open to exchange, able to influence and be influenced. Its Silk Road remains a symbol of humanity's desire to connect. Teaser for next episode. In the next episode, we will dive into the Tang Dynasty, a time often called China's Golden Age, where art, trade, and culture reached dazzling heights.